doing it for. It's called Vibrations, and it's a local magazine, and it's non-profit. It's free, and
Cool.
we basically like to try and promote local bands, and obviously an opportunity to interview someone like yourself from such a renowned band helps us do that because it generates a lot of interest. It's like throughout the whole West Yorkshire we distribute the magazine, like so. And we try and take a kind of fun aspect, like, so hopefully the questions will be pretty painless, but I'm sure you'll let me know if there's anything that's too
right.
silly or... Okay.
No censorship.
That's what I'm here.
We like to hear. We like to hear. First off, I thought I'd ask you about, I know you like football, or well, it's pretty well documented, so did you enjoy Brazil's recent victory in the Copa America against Argentina, or...?
Just trying to warm you up here.
I wondered if you had the chance to catch any games, or were you touring the whole time? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I watched a game here in Leeds.
Oh, right.
In 1996, we were touring for Roots. It was
Yeah,
the last part of the tour we did.
Yeah.
Because the last show was in Brixton, in London.
Yeah.
And went to see Leeds against Spurs.
Spurs are my team.
Was 0-0. I have to admit, it was the worst game I
not a good
Ryan, the counter.
Not a good average.
Sheringham was playing at Spurs.
Sheringham scored today for Colchester. He's 40 years old and he's still playing. And Spurs won 4-0 today, so not all their teams are well known. So do you follow the Premiership, or have you awareness?
A little bit, yeah. There's a lot of Brazilians playing everywhere, you know. So they show a lot of the Spanish league in Brazil, the German league, the Italian league, the English league. You know, they show a lot of the games.
And do you follow like a local team, like the Sao Paulo of a team, or?
Sao Paulo is the best, man.
Yeah, the best. I should have known.
Yeah, we are top of the table now in the Brazilian league.
Excellent.
The first part, you know, is done.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be the
second part, like playoffs.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. Cool. I'll be lucky if you answer this question, but I just wondered if you had a particular favorite country to play in, like, or which country maybe has the craziest fans.
I don't know. It's hard to say, man. We've been in so many different places, and generally, you know, the fans I think act the same. You know, they have the same idols. You know.
So
they dress the same, you know.
Yeah.
But of course, depends, you know. Like Japan is very different from Spain.
Yeah.
It's very different from Ireland, you know. It's like But usually they're very passionate, you know. Very, you know, because the music's very aggressive and up, you know.
Intense,
so people, intense, and people like to scream and stuff like that. So I think generally are the same. Of course, you know, from country to country you have like different.
And Scandinavia's got a big metal following.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
That's
South America is amazing. Argentina, you know, for instance, is a fucking awesome place to play to.
And around England, is there any particular city that stands out in your memory from playing? Like,
we play everywhere here too. I mean, London is always great. You know, and since the first time we played at the Marquee Club, opening for Sodom in '89, and it was amazing response. You know, and we did like many festivals like Castle Donington, you know, like Download, and you know, we played Brixton, Hammersmith, you know, like legendary places. Of course, Scotland is great, Ireland, you know, amazing.
So you probably fulfilled most of your rock dreams. Is there any perhaps that you still reaching for? I mean,
we always do. I mean, we never really did like a big tour in the United States, you know.
Right.
Of course, we opened for Pantera, we played with Ozzy and stuff, but I mean ourselves, you know, like a big headliner tour.
Yeah.
I think around the Roots time, you know, we were getting to that point.
Yeah.
We could really explore that more, but you know, Max left and everything else. So, but I mean, we play with our, you know, at least I play with my idols like Black Sabbath, Metallica, you know, Deep Purple. We play with them all, you know. So but we always like to do some different stuff, you know, new stuff.
Yeah.
We have a new formation and everything, so we always something there to conquer.
Yeah. In terms of maybe a guitar hero, do you have one, or is there someone in particular maybe made you want to pick up the guitar?
I have to say Kiss and Queen.
Yeah.
You know, Brian May and, you know, Ace Frehley, Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
These were the two main bands, you know, for me at the beginning, you know, when I started listening to this kind of music.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, you know, Def Leppard, and you know, of course, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I love Randy Rhoads, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy, yeah.
There are many, not only rock, but, you know, blues too, like
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know. I love his style of playing and everything, so.
Yeah, because you've got all the side projects that aren't exactly rock, that explore different elements, maybe like, would you say jazz and...
Not really jazz, more bluesy. I love more of the blues, more of the simple, straightforward stuff, you know, without too much theory involved.
Right.
I mean, jazz players have a tendency to really
overcomplicate.
Exactly. Yeah. Not that, you know, I never listened too much jazz anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just starting to know Chet Baker now, you know, and all that kind of stuff, but not necessarily guitar playing, but you know, more of a different vibe, you know, which is great.
You mentioned that you toured with a lot of your idols, or you know, played on the same stage as them. Is there a particular band that you think are the craziest that you've ever toured with?
Well, for sure, Pantera.
Pantera? They're quite intense then.
We did a tour in '94 during the World Cup in the United States also.
Yeah.
And you know, they were very...
It's Phil Anselmo, everything he's made out to be.
Yeah, especially Dimebag and, you know, his brother, Vinny, you know, couple from hell, man. You know, great guys. I mean, we had great fun together, and it was one of the best tours we ever did.
Yeah.
But, you know, the rhythm is heavy.
Yeah, keeping it up. So which famous person would you not want to share a tour bus with? Like, for example, I know I wouldn't want to share one with maybe like someone like George Bush Jr. or whatever. Like, is there anyone in particular that springs to mind that you wouldn't want to be in close proximity to?
George Michael.
I'd agree with that.
I want to share the bus with you.
What if he started singing? Asking for the toilet.
I don't know if it could be compatible. What's the strangest request a fan's ever made? Have you had any strange requests from fans, maybe even female fans, or, you know?
No, nothing is strange anymore. It seems
everything's normal
around. You know, just signing whatever.
Right.
Pretty much, you know.
Underwear.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay. As long as it got them off. My first ever gig was a Sepultura gig. It was in 1992, I think it was, in the Ulster Hall in Belfast.
Oh, great!
You toured with Fudge Tunnel, and it was
the first time in Belfast, I think.
For
amazing
first gig, it was it took some beating after that. You know what I mean? It raised the bar very high for my expectations for live music.
No, that was unbelievable. I remember that very much. It was great.
I mean, you guys, I think, were on a major roll as well with all the music you were bringing out. You had, like, obviously 5 amazing albums, but the latest 3 were totally amazing and really raising the bar for metal music in general. But can you remember your first gig?
My first rock gig?
First rock gig, maybe, that you went to?
Yeah, that was Kiss in Brazil.
Right.
Was back in 1982. And it was the first time they came to Brazil. It was Creatures of the Night tour.
Right.
And I was... Right at the time, I was only listening to Kiss, basically, you know, Kiss and Queen, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I was lucky, you know, to see them in a big stadium.
Yeah. What age?
Actually, São Paulo Futebol Clube Stadium that they play. And, you know, it was amazing, you know.
Yeah.
I remember everything, pretty much.
Pretty lovely. Same with me for my first gig, so thanks for that. What's the biggest crowd you've played to? I'd imagine it might be maybe one in Brazil, or...
Yeah, I think it was Rock in Rio Festival.
Yeah.
In 2001, we played with Iron Maiden.
Right.
That was almost 200,000 people. And one of our own shows was in Indonesia in '92 also. We played for 60,000 people, just opening, like, just local bands opening and stuff. It was like a frenzy, you know, it was crazy.
I'll bet that those fans were pretty passionate as well.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask some questions about Derek and how he's finding life in Brazil, but obviously he needs to answer that. What's the best or even most bizarre memory that you have from being in the band?
I
suppose the best